Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Blind Pinterest Challenge. Easter edition, because apparently there are crafts for every single occasion. I'm pretty sure we'll find something a lot easier than the last one we did, which I'm still not 100% convinced with. And because it's Easter crafts, I can imagine we're going to get a lot of kind of kids crafty stuff, so I think we're really going to have to sift through the shite to find something relatively decent to craft. But let's jump straight onto Pinterest and have a look. Right, I've just put in Easter crafts and we'll see what we can find. Oh, they're really cute. The thing is, I'm not particularly great with textiles or anything like that, but they would be super fun to create, but I don't trust myself doing something like that. We have yet another wreath, and I'm not doing another wreath. I've done, I think, 4. I think I've done about 4 wreaths on this channel. Did that one. That one was a pain in the ass to make, so I'm not making any others. Not for now, anyway. I could make these. Apparently it's called salt dough Easter eggs, and I'm not sure what salt dough is, but that's interesting. It's a different material. It's something I've never heard of. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do this one, and I'll try and track down what salt dough is and try and make it from that. But if not, my backup plan is I could make them from polyclay, like I do in my craft race episodes if you've seen them. So that'll be a good one. I'll do that one, but I think they're going to be pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So let's see what else we can find. There's a wreath. There's wreaths for every occasion. I do like that one though, but no. There's some food stuff on here as well, but I don't trust myself with food, not right now. I don't even want to go there. I kind of like these, you know, because they're quite fun. I'm going to put that on reserve, because I don't mind these, but I don't love them either. It's a possibility. I'm going to come back to that one. I quite like these paper egg ornament things, and I saw another one further up at the top, I think. That's the other one I liked. I think they do look really good. I think I could do that one, you know. Cut a circle bit of paper, fold it in half, stick, 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 stick. And then you want to leave kind of a hollow bit through the centre where you can thread some wool and then add a bead. You know what, I think I'll do that one. Let me just have a quick look as well, because I think that one will be relatively easy. So we'll see if we can just find something super simple. Just another one. Oh, I think they're great. I really, really like that one. I think that looks really nice. All I would need is an empty jar, paint it, and then wrap a bit of twine around the top, paint the bunny face on, and then some flowers or daffodils. I think that's a really good one. So I think we'll go for them 3. We'll go for the Easter bunny vases, the salt dough, sourdough, whatever they were called, Easter egg things, and then we'll go for the paper 3D kind of egg hanging things. I think they're going to be a little bit challenging, but not kind of too hard. Nothing like this. Nothing like that at all. But yeah, give us a couple of weeks to gather all my materials and give it a think and whatnot. And I'll meet you back here in just a second. Okay, I'm back. It's a new day in the studio. And I've actually got some additional lights in the studio as well, which I'm pretty pleased with. I really like them. Right, but let's move on to these crafts, because I've got 3 lots. Oh. I've got 3 lots to do today. The first one I want to get started with is the Easter bunny vase, because I'm going to have to paint this jar, and I think it's going to need a few coats, and it's going to need to dry and whatnot, so there's going to be a lot of waiting around. So we'll do this first. Yeah, I ended up buying a jar as well, because I couldn't find a jar that I actually liked for this vase. That will increase the cost a little bit, but okay, because I think this one's going to look really good actually. Alright, I'm just going to put that to one side, leave it to dry, and then we'll add a few more coats. I'll do that off camera, and we'll move on to the salt dough Easter eggs next. Right, okay, so making salt dough. I did say at the beginning of this video I didn't want to cook because I'm shit at it, but apparently you can't really buy salt dough, you have to make it. So I found instructions on how to do that, and hopefully this can't go wrong. Knowing my luck, I'll burn the house to the ground. All it is flour, salt and water. It's 2 parts flour to 1 part salt and 1 part water. So we add our salt, add our water, and add our flour. So I'm just going to mix this up with my hands and see what we get. Okay, we've definitely got a dough, but it's very soft. I don't think I'm going to be able to craft much with this. It feels like a bread dough, I don't understand. Let me quickly check. It just says that that's done, and to transfer it to a floured surface so I can work with it. Now, I need to make eggs. I just have a very strange feeling that it's not going to work. I think they're going to burn, or they're going to turn into bread or something. I don't know. This definitely feels like a pizza dough or something. I was expecting it to be kind of more hard than what it is, but it's very soft. And by the way, we are going to be doing polyclay eggs as well, because I thought it'd be quite fun to see which ones work the best. Especially because I know fine well this salt dough's not going to work. Right, it's stuck to the table, hang on. Theirs are really thin, I don't know how they got theirs so thin. Right, okay, I'm just going to cut some shapes out now because I'm sick of it. Let's see how many I can make from this dough. It's sticking! It's sticking to the table! Why? That looks terrible. I don't feel like this recipe's right. It feels too soft. The website makes it sound so easy. I'm using BBC Good Food. Apparently salt dough isn't edible either, in case you wanted to eat it. Right. This is just going to kind of have to do, because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I can imagine it hardens in the oven, but it's very difficult to work with. Alright, we'll take a circle out the top because that's where we're going to thread our twine. I know already that the polyclay ones are going to be so much better and so much easier than these things. Yeah, I'm making them on the thick side because the dough is incredibly fragile and I can't get it any thinner. I don't know how they got it so thin in their picture. Probably because they lied. This is going to be my last one because I hate this stuff. Alright, so that's kind of what they look like before they go in the oven. I don't have high expectations for this. In fact, I have incredibly low expectations for this. I'm going to tidy this up and then we'll do polyclay ones, because I'll cook them both at the same time. I may as well while I've got the oven on. Right, now on to polyclay, and I know fine well this is going to be a lot better. And we don't have to paint this stuff because I bought a bunch of little ones that were already coloured. So we'll have to decorate the salt dough ones. If it's even going to be possible to decorate them, I'm worried. I'm worried about them. But with these ones we won't have to decorate them because they're already coloured. So we can have a little bit of fun and be a little bit creative. We'll do one with a pink base. And let me know in the comments below if you are kind of familiar with salt dough, if that was the right thing to do or not. I have no idea. Right, let's cut our egg shape out of this one. Right, perfect. Now, what should I do with this one? I'll add some blue dots, I think. No, I'll add some yellow dots. Yellow and pink looks good together. Right, there we go, and that's a polyclay Easter egg, and that'll need cooking in the oven as well. But because I did 4 of the salt dough ones, I'll do 4 of the polyclay ones. But I'll do them off camera, and it can be a nice little surprise to see what designs I've kind of created. And it'll be interesting to see how these differ to the salt dough ones. But while we wait for them to cook, we'll move on to the 3D paper egg ornaments. I got this on Amazon, and it's got loads of kind of card and paper in loads of different colours and patterns, and I'm really impressed with it actually. I think this will do really good for what we're doing. I also printed out some egg templates so I could get the right shape for each single one, and I've done it in different sizes because I think I'll do a few different sizes. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them out of card rather than the paper, because I think the card will be a lot stronger than the paper, well, obviously. So we'll do that. Let's pick which one we want. And theirs are all mixed, so I don't need to worry about them all being the same, which is nice. I'll go for this red. Go for this. It's got like an artichoke, I think, on it. Oh, polka dots, yeah. I kind of like them all. Keep it at that, see how they do us. If not, we can get some more. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around this and then cut it out. Okay, that was easy enough. Just wondering, are these just flat with just one bit coming out, or are they all... I assumed that these have, like I'm looking at the picture now, and I think on the back they have another one of these kind of sticking out. But I'm not sure now looking at it. I think maybe they're just kind of flat. You know what, theirs might be two kind of things like that. Then it might have a sheet of card behind it. And then you've got that coming down. I think that's what it is. I don't think they're fully... No, I don't think they are. Okay, that's fine. So they're flat. I'm pretty sure they're flat. Let me know in the comments if you think they're flat or whether they're kind of fully 3D. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm trying to explain what's in my head. It's not coming out well, but I know what I'm on about. So I need some plain card. Give us 1 sec. So what will go nice with red? I think I'll go for this artichoke stuff. Right, so we just need to do this twice, and then we need to do one on the plain card as kind of a back, and then stick it together. So we have our 3 eggs cut out. Now I need to fold both of these in half, and then stick them together, and then I can trim it to make it look better. Oh my god, I can't stick 2 bits of paper together. What's wrong with this? Right, so I've got this here. I need to run some thread down. Is that like that? I need a bead. Tie that into a little knot. So I've got something like that. It'll go like that, and then I need another one in the top. I'll glue this first, then I'll stick that down, and then we can trim around the edges. And that should be it. Like that. Cut these edges off. My bead came off the bottom. How? I did not. Why? The bead, I think, is just aesthetics. I don't think it actually adds anything to it. It doesn't help it hold it up or anything like that. I'm going to make some more, some kind of different sized ones, and see if I can kind of perfect it. Because it's looking a bit shitty. Okay, so I've been busy and I've created 2 more, a smaller one and a medium sized one. So we've got expectation, reality, and they don't look very good. I just had kind of higher expectations of these, and I'm still not sure whether they're kind of, this is what I was on about, whether they're flat on the back or whether they've still got another one of these kind of protruding parts coming out of the back bit, but I think they've done them flat. I struggled to kind of maintain the egg shape once they'd been kind of folded and stuff like that, so I don't know, maybe if you're better at this kind of stuff you might be able to do it better, but I don't think I'm particularly great at it. So you've got like a big one here, you've got the medium one, and then you've got this little small one. I think the small one actually turned out the best, maybes, I don't know. Not massively impressed with these ones, but I'll tell you how much I spent. Okay, so I spent £13, but I've got a ton of extra card left over, because all I had to purchase was the card, the paper stuff, and this thing of pony beads. I already had the wool, I already had the glue, so to be fair, it probably cost me very little if I actually take into account how much of the materials I actually used. So it wasn't too bad in that respect, and I can imagine it's pretty decent for your kind of kids to create at Easter time and children's, but adults, I'd be surprised if you could get a result as good as what they had. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if you could get a result as good as they have, because I'm just clearly not very good at kind of paper craft or anything. You can't say that they aren't the same as what they made in their pin. It's just theirs look better than mine. It's as simple as that. So yeah, that's 1 down. We've got 2 more to go. I'll grab the painted vase, so we can finish that one off, and then in the end we'll finish off with the salt dough eggs and the polyclay eggs, because they're still in the oven being cooked. Right, so I've got my jar fully painted. It took a good few coats, but it doesn't look too bad. Right, I just need to attach the twine along the top, and I'm just gonna do that with a glue gun. And I have really high expectations for this one. I think Ah, you... That was hot. Yes, I have high expectations of this one because I thought it looked really cool, so I hope I can do it just as good. Right, that's done. I think I got a bit carried away with the hot glue, but it's not too bad. I quite like it. Now I just need to paint a bunny face on. All I need is pink for the nose and black and a little bit of white. I've never concentrated so much in my entire life. This means a lot to us. Right, now just trying to get these little details on. I quite like it. I wish I'd done the whiskers a little bit better, but I'm not mad at that. Now I'll just grab my daffodils and I'll finish it off and it's going to look great. And I ended up buying a bunch of fake ones because I want them to live. Oh yeah. Oh, I think this is great. I can't see it properly on there, but let me have a look. Expectation, reality, and I think it looks great. I'm really happy with it. I knew as soon as I saw the picture that I wanted to do it, and it wasn't too complicated. It's super easy to do, so it's something I definitely recommend to anyone out there who's kind of shit at crafts like I am, because it's a really, really easy one. I wish I'd done the whiskers a little bit better, but other than that, I'm pretty pleased with it. But I'll tell you how much I spent on this. Okay, so I spent £15, and that's just because I bought some fake daffodils, which were quite expensive, and I actually bought a glass jar as well because I couldn't find a decent jar that would kind of work or look the same as what was in the image. So I bought the jar, bought the flowers. I already had the twine, already had the glue, already had the paint. And if you kind of recycled an old jar and if you picked some flowers out the garden, it would cost you literally next to nothing. It would be so cheap to do, and I think it's so effective. I absolutely love it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it... I'll put it at the end here somewhere. Oh, you can't see it anyway, but no, it's there. It's there, believers. Now let's move on to the little kind of polyclear eggs and the salt dough eggs, and I'll go get them out the oven and we'll see what they look like. So we've got our salt dough eggs, definitely eggs here, and they don't look very good. The thing is, this dough, like, listen to this, rock solid, so hard. They smell delicious as well. It kind of smells like a biscuit or something. But the problem I have with this one is the fact that the dough is so soft and squidgy, it makes it almost impossible to shape it into kind of anything that looks like anything. So that's why these kind of look really shitty. So I'm assuming there must be a better recipe for salt dough somewhere, unless it's my fault. It's probably my fault, to be fair. They taste very salty as well. Yeah, so they haven't really produced kind of eggs, and I didn't think they were going to. And I'm not going to bother painting them or stringing them or anything because I don't really want to waste any more materials on these because they're shite. And instead I'm going to show you the polyclear ones. Right, so here are my polyclear eggs. And as you can see, they're just a million times better. They're nice and robust. It's just it's an easy material to work with. I don't understand why they're recommending salt dough when this stuff exists. I've got like a little egg face, a little swirly one, a stripy one, and a spotty one. And I think they look a million times better than these horrible things. I suppose the only thing that kind of the salt dough one is good at is the fact that it's cheap and inexpensive. The kind of salt dough ones on their own probably cost me about £2 at most. And you're probably going to have their materials lying at home anyway. And I had a lot left over as well. So they're super, super cheap. The polyclear ones were obviously more expensive. So it cost me £18.99, so 19 quid for all them little coloured blocks that you saw before. But you can get kind of cheaper brands and whatnot. It's just I like Fimo. And I've got loads left over. It worked really well. I didn't need to paint it. And I think it would be a lot easier say you're going to do it with kids or something like that, using polyclay would be so much easier, less messy, but it'll be more expensive. I think with that pin, I attempted it and I kind of made it better. I'm going to say it. So we've got expectation. And then we've kind of got two realities. So I've got this as a reality and I've got this as a reality as well. It doesn't really work for that one. But feel free to let me know down in the comments below, was the salt dough right? Did I make it right? And have you been kind of successful with it and made decent things with that material? And what I might do is I'm going to hang these on the wall behind us. And we'll try and find a space for them. Not the salt dough ones, and I think the salt dough ones as well. I think they'll get mouldy over time because it's like a baked good, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote us. I'll put these paper ones up first. I'm going to put them at the top because I don't like them. Right, and these eggs we'll put up here, I think. There we go. Perfect. But that's it for today's episode of the Blind Pinterest Challenge. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. I'm obviously still very unsure whether anyone kind of goes out the way to do these kind of craft projects for Easter. When I was a kid, I think the most we ever did was kind of dyed eggs, different colours, and I think that was about it. But let me know in the comments below whether you would try any of these, if you have tried any of these or anything similar. But if you did enjoy today's episode, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below. And if you come across anything on Pinterest or anywhere else and you want to see me try and attempt it on the channel, then feel free to let me know in the comments below and I will give it my best. I can't guarantee anything. I'm not going to promise you any kind of amazing, fantastic results, but I will try my best, I always do. And I'll see you on Friday for a brand new video, so I'll see you then. Bye!